Hi, good morning everyone. Let's get started with the next topic, which is on redirection. So, in this topic, we are going to see the different types of redirections, why we need to perform a redirection, what is the benefit of doing a redirection. So, as we have seen, that every process has three different communication channels available to it. The first one is the standard input. Okay, so standard input in this case is your keyboard will be your standard input. Okay, so that is standard input. Then the next is the standard output, which is your screen. Okay, that is std out. Okay, and finally the third is if there are any errors, they should be captured as well. So that is standard error. That is std err. Okay, so these are the three different types of outputs which are available, and normally we refer them by a file descriptor. So the file descriptor, there is a file descriptor called 0 for this one, 1 for this one, and 2 for this one, and they are the file descriptors. Okay, so how do we use these file descriptors? So for this, let's say that I want to echo a particular message, okay, and want to capture that in a particular file. So on the prompt, let's say this is a message, echo testing is done. Okay, and if I want to redirect that, so this is the symbol that we use, redirect. So redirect this into, so here what we are doing is we are redirecting the output. Okay, so your standard output becomes a particular file. Let's say this file. Okay, so we are redirecting it, and let's see other things. That is, this is the redirection about the standard output. Then take we can take the inputs as well here. So how do we take those inputs? Let's see them. So another thing is, let's say that I want to redirect both the output and the error to a particular file. So how do we do is, let's see this example. The same example, let's say testing is done. Okay, in this case, I want to redirect not only my output. So output is like this, but if I want to redirect also the errors, then this ampersand sign is there. Okay, so and we can give this file name. So both the output, so this means the standard output and the standard errors, both are going into this particular file. Okay, let's say that instead of sending the output or the errors to this file, I send the errors to some other file. Okay, so in that case, echo testing is over, and I want to send the errors to a particular file. So I will just write 2 is the descriptor for error and just say this sign. So this means sending the errors to this file. Let's say the file name is /temp/errors. So we have seen that if we want to redirect the channel output to a particular file, the file descriptor is 1, and this is how we do it. If we want to redirect both output and error to same file, this symbol is extremely important. Just take note of this symbol. This symbol looks like this. So greater than sign and then ampersand sign. Okay. Then for redirection for errors this is the symbol 2 and this greater than sign. So this means your standard output plus standard errors, and this is just the errors to a particular file. Okay, let's say that if we want to read these errors from a particular file. Okay, so in this case, let's say that our input is different. Okay, so in this case, the input becomes the file that we created. So your input is, let's say that this is what I want to do. So I want to mail a particular file. Okay, mail -s. What I want to do is I want to mail, this is the subject, test mail, and in the mail I want to send it to say this person, and what in the mail I want to send this file as the input. Okay, what is that file that we saw? Say outputs. Okay. So here what is happening is that this particular command, it takes this as the input. So your input in this particular case is this file. So you are inputting this particular file, okay, and then sending a mail. So take note that how we use the standard output, standard input, and there is one more thing that I want to show you guys is the reroute a command's output. Okay, so let's say that you already have a file, okay, and you want to enter the subsequent, let's say echo, that is the second line in a file in the existing file. But if I write like this into the same file /temp/output, this file will be overwritten. But if I want to append it, okay, so I will use this sign called, this is the sign 2 greater than sign. So what will happen is that this line will show both the lines. Okay, so this is how we use the standard output, standard error symbols. Okay, so let's see it in the system. Okay, so let's take the example of the redirection to an output file. So echo testing is, it says started, and I want to echo that in a file called /temp/output. So what I'm doing here is that I want to write this output or this message in this file. So I will use this symbol. This is for standard output. So the output of this command, Okay, so if I just write like this, what will happen is that you see there is nothing has come to the screen, but whatever was expected on the screen, so this is the command. If I enter like this is the expected output. So what is happening here is that this output is captured in this. If I just read this file using cat command, you can see that this output has redirected. So this is called redirection, and this output has gone into this particular file. Okay, this is how we use the redirected command. Okay, and let's take an example that I want to append this file with some message, say adding a second line. Okay, and I want to append. So if I append, what will happen is that, so before that, let me say if I just write like this, so what will happen is that this file will be overwritten. Okay, so let me show you that example first before I do an append. Okay, now if I read this file, you can see that this is overwritten. This text is no more there. It is overwritten with this text. So let's say that again you have entered this command. Okay, and if you read the output for this file, you can see that this is the first line which is there. Now if I want to append this, so how do we append? It is 2 greater than signs into the same file because it's an existing file. And if you see this output now, you will see there are 2 lines. Okay, so this is about the output redirection. Okay, next thing we'll see is about the input redirection, and we'll continue it in our next topic. Thank you for joining and have a nice day. Bye bye.